This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats, all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. And a very pleasant good evening, everybody, as we welcome you here inside Preston Gym. As tonight, the Preston Indians come home after a big win at Minico, and tonight take on the Jerome Tigers. Hi, everybody. Glad to have you with us. Dan Hubbard with you here at the gym. Lyle Fuller will join us in just a few minutes as the Preston Indians, now 14-1, come home to play Jerome tonight. The Indians' winning streak has now reached 10 straight games. They remain the only unbeaten team in the Great Basin 10 Conference at 8-0. And the Tigers are coming off a 69-51 loss against Kimberly on Wednesday night. For Jerome, 3-11 on the year, 1-6 in conference, as they have lost 4 of their last 5 games coming in here, as Preston puts their 10-game winning streak on the line here this evening. Their 3 wins this year have come against Burley, Caldwell, and against Mountain Home, which is also their only win in conference play so far this year. With 6 games remaining, the Tigers already guaranteed themselves their 3rd losing season in a row. And this will be, that's dating back to the 2016-17 season where they were 16-11. All-time head-to-head, they've met 4 times, and Preston has won all 4 of those games dating back to 2006. For Preston, with their 10-game winning streak, they've extended that out, and going back to the beginning of the 2018-2019 season, Preston has won 38 of their last 42 games overall. So they remain first and tied for first in the coaches poll and second in the media poll heading into tonight's game here tonight. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and we'll hear what Coach Jones has to say. We'll do all that as we continue right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome to West Motor Ford. We love happy customers. With multiple financing options, it's easy to drive your new vehicle home. We offer a full line of new Fords and a constantly changing pre-owned vehicle inventory. Our service department is top-notch with technicians trained for everything from routine maintenance to major repairs. With a large selection of parts and accessories, including tires, we've got you covered. So come in and let us turn up your happy meter. Visit West Motor Ford in Preston today.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome back here to the Indians pregame show. We'll spend a couple of minutes with Tyler Jones as we get ready to take on the Jerome Tigers here this evening. You know, we go back and talk about the game from Tuesday night over at Minico. That was a battle.
Yeah, no, it was. 2 good teams and a great atmosphere, throughout the game, just back and forth, and both teams had to make big plays down the stretch and that's what you want in a good game like that against the top 2 teams in the league.
Came down to a nice scoop shot by Luke driving down the right side of the lane, and then Ty puts it away with a free throw late.
Yeah, and that's good that you want those games. You want those tight games where you have to be able to execute, where you have to be able to get stops, and as you get into the district tournament and state tournament, if you can make it there, you're going to have those tight games. And those experiences, in the season when you get those games, they're very valuable. And last week we haven't had a lot of close games this year, so that was a game that hopefully we learned a lot, and that'll help us down the road.
Is it more important to play those tight games like that, or the nights where you have to play back-to-back like you had earlier this year?
I think any time, I think both are good. The back-to-backs are good when you get into the postseason where you'll see that. But, last year we had, I think, 5 or 6 overtime games. So, anytime you get those close games, you learn a lot about your team.
Let's go. Let's talk a little bit about this game here tonight against Jerome coming up. A team that has not had a lot of success this year, but again, another one of those teams you can't take lightly.
Exactly. And they they haven't won a lot of games yet this year, but they've been competitive. They played Burley to the wire. They played Twin, got beat by 1. Pokey went up there, and it was a close game. So they're capable, and they're young, and young teams are dangerous. If they come out and hit some shots and get confident, anything can happen. And this is our last double game, so we've won our first 4 double games, and you got to win those double games. They're huge in the standings right now. We have a 2-game lead on Minico and Burley. We lose tonight, we're in a 3-way tie. So it's a game we can't take lightly, can't overlook, and we have to be ready.
You mentioned that Jerome's a young team. That's what makes them dangerous. They don't know any better. They don't really know about the history if it goes back a couple of years.
Exactly, and their 3 best players, freshmen and 2 sophomores. So the freshman, he runs the point a lot in the wing. He's lights out shooter, and then they have a 6'3" sophomore wing that he's a good shooter, and then their big kid, their post 6'4" sophomore. So they're going to be good the next few years, and this will be a good experience tonight to see what we can do here at home.
And they're capable of doing anything. Last year, they really tried to take the air out of the ball and keep the score down as low as they possibly could against you.
Yeah, and Coach Messick, he's been at it a long time. He's a great coach, and you'll see tonight he'll have a great scheme. They're going to throw everything at us. You'll see he likes to do a triangle and 2, a 1-3-1. You could see him try to slow it down a lot. I mean, a lot of teams are seeing that we're scoring a lot to do whatever they can to give them an advantage. So we have to be ready, and hopefully, we come ready to go, and our defense hopefully will be better tonight.
Best of luck, and again, we'll talk to you after the game.
Okay, thank you.
Tyler Jones here on the pregame show. Take a break, come back right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
A higher level of precision and accuracy, that's what the new Naveo robotic assistance system at Franklin County Medical Center provides you. Whether you're in need of revision, partial or total knee replacement, the new robotic assisted surgery technology at Franklin County Medical Center allow knee surgery candidates the comfort of knowing that their knee surgery will be performed with confidence, improving the function, feel, and longevity of your new knee. Learn more about the new robotics machine at fcmc.org. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
This time of year, the weather can change quickly. That means the road conditions change quickly too. If you usually feel stressed when you're driving as the weather changes, it might be because you don't have the right tires for the road conditions. Let West Motor Company help you choose the tires that will meet your needs. Take the stress out of your winter driving with a set of 4 new tires. Visit any of our dealerships in Preston or Logan today. West Motor Company, we do tires.
WestMotorCompany.com.
The keys to tonight's game are brought to you by Naylor Insurance.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-0810.
KACH.
And welcome back here to the pregame show. Just a few minutes away from the opening tip. Hey, if you're looking for an escape from the cold and snow, we've got tickets to the NASCAR weekend in Las Vegas that we're giving away. That, of course, is coming up February 20th through the 23rd. All you have to do is brush up on your NASCAR trivia. Be listening for your chance to call in and answer the question to qualify for the drawing for all 5 NASCAR races that weekend at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, including Sunday's Pennzoil 400 presented by Jiffy Lube. Plus, you'll have special parking passes for each day and tickets to the Neon Garage as well. Be listening weekdays through the end of the month to call in for your chance to win. The drawing will take place on February 12th. Keys to tonight's game. First of all, you need to go out and win the games that you should win. That is a game here tonight at home against the Jerome Tigers, a team that has struggled this year and currently are bringing up the rear in the conference race. And you need to get healthy. And for Preston, well, they took another step in that direction today as Brecker Knapp was cleared and is now out of his walking shoe with his stress fracture in his right foot. It'll be about 10 days before he'll be able to get back into game action. He'll start to work back into the flow of things, much like Cooper Hobson did before he got back into the games as well. The keys to tonight's game are brought to you by Naylor Insurance, for home, life, auto, and all good insurance needs from Mutual of Enumclaw. Stop by Naylor Insurance on State Street in Preston or call 208-852-0810. That's 208-852-0810. We'll take a time out. We'll be right back right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
If it's time to sell your home, retail property, or land, make sure to hire the realtor that has your best interest in mind. This is Mike Hansen, broker at Cornerstone Real Estate. As a licensed real estate broker in Idaho and Utah, I have over 20 years of experience helping folks successfully sell property. I would like the opportunity to help you list and sell for the best price as quickly as possible. Call me today to schedule an appointment. Let's work together to make the sale of your property as simple and successful as possible. Mike Hansen, 801-510-1121.
If you feel like your bank works against you, we invite you to move your accounts to Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. We work for you, not against you. Serving Southeast Idaho for over 65 years, we offer totally free checking with cash back rewards, 0 fees credit cards, low auto loan rates, and excellent customer service. Visit today, 311 South Highway 91, Preston. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
KACH.
Preston, the only team in action from the Great Basin 10 Conference here tonight. There is one other game locally going on. That is Westside at Marsh Valley, and we'll have tape delay coverage of that game as soon as we are done here tonight at Preston Gym. So for now, we invite you to stay tuned. All the excitement of Preston Indians basketball is coming up next.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
COACH. 5 letters synonymous with leadership and encouragement. A person who cares about your success in athletics, but even more about your success in life. Hear from the coach right here on the Coach Craig Smith Show.
The Coach Craig Smith Show, live from the new Chicago Pizza location in Logan. Monday nights at 6 on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
A higher level of precision and accuracy, that's what the new Naveo robotic assistance system at Franklin County Medical Center provides you. Whether you're in need of revision, partial, or total knee replacement, the new robotic assisted surgery technology at Franklin County Medical Center allow knee surgery candidates the comfort of knowing that their knee surgery will be performed with confidence, improving the function, feel, and longevity of your new knee. Learn more about the new robotics machine at fcmc.org. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield.
It's time for Preston High School Indians basketball. The Indians hit the court looking to bring home a Great Basin 10 title and make a run for a berth in the state playoffs. All the excitement of Preston basketball is brought to you by West Motors, with Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks all available right here in Preston. By Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll find in all of the Cache Valley. By Stokes Market True Value, the big city market with small town friendliness. By Rouse Construction, bringing custom homes to the Blue Sage Park community right here in Preston. By Webb Funeral Home, just off Highway 91 at the south end of Preston. By Hawaiian Bowl Grill inside Poppin' Pins Bowling Center. Come try the best Hawaiian food right here in the city of Preston. By Naylor Insurance, for life, home, and auto insurance from Mutual of Enumclaw on State Street in Preston. By Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. By Idaho Salvage, where you can turn your scrap metals into cash. By Preston Auto Parts CarQuest on State Street in downtown Preston. By Valley Implement. By S&T Electric. And by MyLocalRadio.com. Tonight's game is a presentation of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and is made possible through an agreement between Preston High School Athletics and Preston Broadcasting. It's presented for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or use of descriptions or accounts of this game without the express written consent of Preston Broadcasting, LLC is strictly prohibited. Hi again, everybody. Welcome inside Preston Gym here tonight as they're going through the starting lineups. It's the usual 5 here for the Preston Indians, as it'll be Ty Hyde in the middle, who had a team-high 21 points against Minico. Scott Dunn will start at the shooting guard. Luke Smaley will run the point. Cole Harris at the power forward spot, and Garrett Ward will be at the other guard tonight as well. For the Jerome Tigers tonight, the 5'11 senior Stockton Lott will start, as well the 5'10 senior Garrett Elson. It'll be the 5'7 freshman, I should say, Scott Cook will get a start this evening as well the 6'3 sophomore, number 21 Michael Lloyd, and Xander Whitby, the 6' senior, gets a start tonight as well. Glad to have Lyle Fuller with us for the ball game tonight. Welcome, sir.
Great to be with you, and came from a hotly contested freshman game. Our freshmen came back and won by 2. I noticed Jerome with a freshman in their starting lineup. Pretty unusual to see at the Idaho 4A level to start a freshman, but that's the way they're going tonight. He'll give up a lot of size to whoever is his counterpart on the Preston side.
Mentioned the freshman won by 2. The JV kind of one going away. They pick up a 71-25 win tonight here at the gym. So here we go. Preston, who has won 10 in a row. They've won 14 straight, which is best in the 4A division in the state and number 2 overall in the state, as one team ahead of them has won a total of 15 games, picking up their 15th win last night. We'll talk more about that coming up in a minute. Luke Smaley controls the tap as the Indians win it. As it goes to Luke down low, they try to get it to Ty, and it's intercepted on the trying to get it into Ty. Stockton Lott picked it off, and they give it to Garrett Elson, who walks the ball back up into the front court.
Indians come out in man-to-man.
Lloyd gives it to Elson. Swing it all the way back down in the corner, back to Michael Lloyd. He's the sophomore. Try to bounce it inside, taken away there as they try to get it to the freshman Cook. Ahead to Hyde, lay it up and in. Ty with the layup. Gives the Preston an early lead, and as they come out in the full court press, they get it to Scott Cook, who's number 20 in the black jerseys. As taken away by Ward, stolen by Ward, they get it to Smaley. Preston with a 2-0 lead comes up into the front court. They get it back to Smaley, and they'll set up the offense. Smaley looks back at Coach Jones. Comes over to Ward. Garrett looks at a 3. No good.
Boy, Garrett wide open, just couldn't quite find the bottom of the net, but Preston guards have size over their counterparts on Jerome at every position, really, as you look out there.
Comes back to Cook. That's the freshman. He gives it off to Xander Whitby. Now back out top to Michael Lloyd, a 6'3 sophomore. They have 2 sophomores and the freshman, and both the sophomores and freshmen obviously play a lot. That's a mistake by the Tigers. That's going to be an over and back violation.
Yeah, Whitby, their starting center, he looks taller than 6'3 to me, but that's what they list him at, and we'll see if we can get somebody down on the post with the 5'7 freshman guarding him and score that way.
Smaley with it in the right corner. Looks at the 3, instead will drive. Left-handed, no good. Ty puts it back, that's no good. Ty taps it to himself, able to go and get it and save it on the floor. Comes back to Smaley as he'll set up the offense again. Luke wants to drive down the left side this time, takes it down into the corner, now goes baseline around the screen set by Hyde and lays it in.
Yeah, Luke a little surprised. He could have had an open 3, but chose to drive.
Smaley coming off a 14-point performance the other night at Minico. Here's Cook. Comes over here on the right side. Now free throw line extended right to Elson. Elson, who ran the point last year for them, running the offense in the game against the Indians in that slowdown game, which they held Preston to only 40 points. Bounce pass comes to Lott from along the baseline. His short jumper is no good, and the rebound goes back to Lloyd. He goes right back up and puts it in.
Yeah, no box out there for the Indians. Got to get a body on those guys.
Smaley goes to Harris. Ward with another three from the right side. That's no good. Harris banks it off of the knee of Whitby and out of bounds.
Good hustle by Cole, yeah.
The only team that has more wins this year than the Indians do is Post Falls. They're in the 5A Inland Empire League. They won their 15th game last night. That's high in the state. Ward has the rebound inside in the paint. No good. As Hyde goes back and puts it in. Hyde ends up with one of the players, I think it was Lott, on top of him, laying on the ground. Elson to Lott. Back out top as it comes to Lloyd. Lloyd's three-pointers and air ball and out of bounds. Cooper Hobson will come in as Garrett Ward will go to the bench. As you hear the student section in fine voice tonight.
And already a good crowd here, Dan. Of course, we get into January, weekend night.
Good crowd. There's a lot of folks not here. A lot of folks made the trip over to Pocatello tonight where the girls are playing.
Right.
Against the Indians, as that'll be a holding foul inside as they try to keep Ty from going to the bucket. I believe this is going to go against Stockton Lott, and it is.
Even with double teaming Ty, he's got such a size advantage. I think we keep going back to that well.
First team foul, common foul, belongs to the Indians out of bounds. Nice little bounce pass to Ty, and they foul him going up. This one, I believe, is going to go against the sophomore Lloyd, and it will. Yeah. Quickly, 2 fouls here against Jerome, and Ty Hyde's going to go to the free throw line. Ty is a 74%er, rather, I should say, and has made 18 of his last 20 free throws. That makes the first one here.
Ty on a good roll.
Preston as a team still 81% on the year.
Yeah, interesting that a guy shooting 74% would bring your percentage down a little bit as a team, but
yeah, they have 2 guys in the 80s, and of course the leader on the team is Gabe Hammonds at 91%. Wow. As Ty makes them both. And Jerome wants a timeout. So we'll keep it here momentarily. We'll tell you to be listening if you'd like to win tickets to go to the Brand X Western Hunting and Conservation Expo going on in Salt Lake City February 13th to the 16th. All you have to do is listen to win. FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH. That was a brawl the other night down in Minico. As that was a heck of a ball game.
You know, I got to watch most of the fourth quarter here on mylocalradio.com. Wow, what a game. The Indians were trailing in that fourth quarter, came back, and Luke Smaley hit what turned out to be the game winner on a drive down the right side. Yep. And boy, Minico, they're a tough team. They're ranked in the top 5 for a reason, and of course they're going to be tough at home. So good win to get, though, because they're in our pod. And
most certainly was.
On the road.
8-2, Preston has the lead, 4:25 to play here in the first, as Jerome has the ball in the backcourt, as Elson brings up across the midcourt stripe, gives it off to Cook. Cook double teamed out near the midcourt area, and he gives it up as it goes to Lott, and then Lott tried to bounce it along the sidelines, and it was apparently bounced on the sidelines and called out of bounds.
Looks like a new man in for Jerome, 6'4" sophomore, Gavin Chaps.
Yeah, that is the other sophomore that plays a lot. Yeah, Gavin Caps. He's on Ty. Ty kicks it back out. Gabe Hammonds into the game as well, and Hammonds hits the 3. For Hammonds, that's his 29th 3 of the year, and he was scoreless the other night down at Minico.
He was open that time. He doesn't miss many wide open ones.
Elson goes in the corner to Caps, swing it all the way back out top, back to Cook. Goes back to Elson on the angle left. Waits for someone to come to the top of the key. That's Whitby. Double team him there. Now goes down in the corner, down to Lott. Lott goes back to Elson, now back to Cook again. They're going to try to be, and again, a mistake as they dribble the ball back in the backcourt. Another turnover here against Jerome. And again, they want a timeout, and we'll take this one here. So we'll take the full timeout, and we'll be right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsized, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information, 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction, 435-232-1837.
KACH.
Welcome back. Ball belonged to the Preston Indians here as they bring the ball back in. Ty has it at the left elbow. Back to Smaley. Kick it back to Hammonds again. Doesn't take that three, but Smaley will. And needs a bounce, won't get it. Ty has the rebound inside. They knock it away from him, and they knock it out of bounds.
That three looked good from Luke. We had a great angle on it, just wouldn't fall.
Smaley brings it in from underneath his own hoop. Comes back to Hobson in the left corner, and that's nothing but net. Hobson's got it rolling now. That's his 6th three of the year, and this is only his 3rd game back.
Wow. Deep corner there. Oh, double dribble. Yeah.
That's 3 turnovers on Elson in the last 2 minutes off the clock.
Yeah, he's got a rather unhappy look on his face right now. Not going well that way for him.
He's dribbling right into a trap, and they trap him against the back line. He's 2 backcourt violations in that double dribble. Look out, he comes after Luke as Luke turns his back on him. Give it back over to Hammonds.
Jones calling out a play. Patience.
Comes to Dunn. Smaley in the left corner. Drop it down on the block to Ty again. They hold Ty. Don't call it. As it comes to Elson. Pulls up for the 15-foot jumper. That's no good. Caps has the rebound inside. Doesn't take the shot. Back outside to Lott. In the corner it goes to Whitby. He doesn't shoot. Force the ball inside. And again it comes to Elson. Good ball movement here by the Tigers.
Yeah.
But they can't really get a shot, or at least one they want, as Elson is knocked down by Hammonds as he tried to penetrate across the free throw line. That's the first one on Gabe. First foul against the Indians here this evening as well. A couple of new players in for Jerome as Jerome Wallace comes in, number 2 in black. Bounce it down low on the Caps on the block. Outside. That's Whitby. Over Ty is good. Nice shot.
Yeah, that's a nice looking shot.
Had to get it up in the air to get it over Ty, which he did, and got it to fall right into the hoop. Back to Hammonds along the baseline. And Gabe will be fouled as he tries to go baseline. And the ball will stay out of bounds with the Indians as this foul is going to go on Alfredo Ortiz, who's just into the game here. Excuse me.
There's that inbounds play where they try to get a three and not going to get it.
Comes into Dunn. He gives it to Smaley. For Jerome, they're coming off a loss in their last game. In fact, they've lost 4 out of their last 5. Down low to Hyde, put it in, and a foul, and it counts. Count the basket. And the foul's going to go on Xander Whitby. That'll be his first. Team's 4th, and Ty's now going to go back to the line.
You know, as I looked at Jerome's record, Dan, they've been blown out a few times, but they've been right there in some games against good teams, like Twin Falls beat them by 1, for example.
Right.
So they're kind of up and down, but they've played well with some good teams.
Full court pressure again by the Indians as they get it up as it comes to Wallace up into the front court as they break the press. Wallace kicks it over along the baseline, caps the shot, no good. Ty has the rebound up high. To Smaley up in the front court. It comes to Hobson. Back to Dunn. He looks at a 3. Looks good. Went down, came back out as it's going to be last touch by Ty and goes out of bounds again.
Tough luck. We've had a couple threes in and out already here in the first quarter. That one by Scotty just wouldn't stay down.
In fact, they're going to call a foul on the rebound on Ty. It'll be his first. 2nd team foul against the Indians as Rhett Robertson comes in, and Ty will go to the bench for the final 1:19 of the quarter.
Ty with 9 points so far here in the quarter.
Again, full court pressure by the Indians as they get it up in the front court. It comes to the freshman Scott. Down low to Caps for the layup. Gavin Caps, the 6'4 sophomore, with his first 2 points of the game. And the lead is 11 here with 1:04 to play in the first. Hammonds back to Hobson. Back down low on the block. It goes to Smaley. Backdoor pass to Robertson for the layup. Nice pass.
Go. Yep.
19-6 as the lead grows to 13. Here comes Cook again. He'll penetrate, then kick it back out. Now he gets it back. Comes across the free throw line, doesn't shoot. He'll give it back out. They whip it all the way back over. Free throw line extended left, and the shot there is no good. And the rebound comes off to Jerome Wallace again. Back down low, back to Caps. Lay it up, blow the layup. And Robertson has the rebound. Smaley took a pop in the nose and looks like he might be bleeding.
Yeah. Looks to be okay, but he'll have to get the bleeding stopped.
Official looked at it as he walked by as Luke wipes it off on his jersey.
Always handy.
As it goes to Hobson in the corner. Back outside to Smaley. Kick it back over to Dunn again. He's got another look at a three from the corner this time and makes it. Scott with his first points of the game, as that's the way the quarter will end with Preston leading 22-6. We're done with one. We'll go to the second when we come back right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
If it's time to sell your home, retail property, or land, make sure to hire the realtor that has your best interest in mind. This is Mike Hansen, broker at Cornerstone Real Estate. As a licensed real estate broker in Idaho and Utah, I have over 20 years of experience helping folks successfully sell property. I would like the opportunity to help you list and sell for the best price as quickly as possible. Call me today to schedule an appointment. Let's work together to make the sale of your property as simple and successful as possible. Mike Hansen, 801-510-1121.
If you feel like your bank works against you, we invite you to move your accounts to Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. We work for you, not against you. Serving Southeast Idaho for over 65 years, we offer totally free checking with cash back rewards, 0 fees credit cards, low auto loan rates, and excellent customer service. Visit today, 311 South Highway 91, Preston. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
KACH.
Welcome back as we get ready to start quarter number 2 here this evening. Tonight's game brought to you by Inland Bowl Grill, or Island Bowl Grill, I should say, inside Poppin' Pins Bowling Center. Come by and try the best Hawaiian food right here in Preston. Ask about their catering options, too. In fact, they'll come right to your party and they'll prepare the food right there in front of you. Island Bowl Grill inside Poppin' Pins Bowling Center right here in Preston. So here we go, the second quarter. Preston up 22-6. As for Preston, leading the conference in scoring as they went over the 1,000-point mark in the game at Minico. And that's dropped out of bounds as Michael Lloyd back into the game as he dropped the ball out of bounds. Preston averaging 71.2 points per game. That is a 1/10 of a point behind the leader in all of the 4A divisions in the state. As they get it down low to Robertson, that shot no good. Kicks it back out to Dunn. Scotty's got another three, good again. That's his second of the night.
So the first place team points per game wise is Middleton then?
It is not Middleton, believe it or not.
Oh, Lakeland maybe.
It's Lakeland.
Interesting.
Averaging 71.3, a 1/10 of a point better than the Indians. Here's a three-pointer put up by Lloyd. That's no good. Tapped, but they tap it to Harris. Taken by the Indians as Smaley will bring it back up into the front court. Ty Hyde on the bench, getting a little bit of a rest here early. As he picked up an early foul and went to the bench. Smaley around the screen, set by Robinson, back to Dunn. Scotty drives the middle, hang in the paint, no good. Gets his own rebound, goes back up, wild shot, no. Robertson has the rebound, and he's fouled as he goes with the putback. And Rhett will go to the free throw line.
I think Scotty was a little more open than he thought he would be when he shot that shot. Short-armed it.
Gavin Capps draws the foul, his first, team's fifth. And here's Rhett Robertson at the free throw line and makes the first. Rhett a 60%er on the year. Is now 7 for 11 as he only attempted 10 free throws before that so far this season. Makes them both, extends the lead to 21.
Pretty good looking stroke on that free throw by Rhett.
Just under 7 minutes to play here in the first half, 27-6, Preston on top. As they give it back to Elson, drives, pulls up, 14-foot jumper from along the baseline. No, Robertson has the rebound as it goes to Smaley. Luke gets it back up across the timeline as Ty Hyde will be back in. Next time the ball is dead for the Indians as it comes to Robertson at the right elbow. He'll give it to Dunn as he goes around the corner. Was knocked away from behind, picked up by Alfredo Ortiz. Here comes Ortiz up into the front court. All the way, from flying out of control, threw it away. Goes to Ward, headmans it to Smaley, spins underneath and he's fouled. Xander Whitby with the strip and the foul on Smaley. That'll be his second and the team's sixth.
Yeah, nothing dirty about it. Just a good hard foul on the breakaway to prevent the layup.
You know, talking about hard play, that's the Minico game. I was talking to Garrett Ward's grandfather before the game today, and he was commenting as Smaley makes the first. He was commenting about how rough that game was at Minico. Garrett Ward, apparently, when he got home from the game, he had bruises and scratches all up and down his arms and his chest as he was stuck guarding Chandler all night.
Chandler, yeah, they're fine point guard, is also a good football player. Yeah.
Yeah, he was. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't Chandler. It was Carpenter.
Oh, they're 6'5".
Yeah. So Garrett did a great job guarding him and keeping him really off the scoreboard for the most part. But he paid the price. Well, he came home looking like he won a couple of rounds.
Usually it's your posts who look like that.
Free throws are good.
Ty.
Now Ty takes it away. Ty in the front court goes to Smaley. Luke fouled again underneath.
Kind of dangerous play. Luke was going to dunk that.
Gavin Capps draws his second foul in about a minute and a half. As now that the Tigers are out of fouls for the remainder of the first half, that puts the Indians into the bonus and Luke back to the free throw line to shoot a couple of more. Forced by Luke is no good. Tonight's game brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center with the finest care you'll find in all of the Cache Valley. Luke will go back to the line now and try the second. Averaging 10.6 points per game as Luke makes the second. As Gabe Hammonds will come in. As it'll be Luke that'll go to the bench. Preston by 24 here, just 2 minutes into quarter number 2, 30-26. As Elson gets it up to Whitby
good
near
trap.
the top of the key. Good trap there, and again they almost trapped.
There you go, Cole.
There you go. As Elson had it stripped away from him, they'll call a foul on Harris on the strip. First foul tonight on Cole Harris, only the third on the team. So the ball will go out of bounds to Jerome right here in front of the scorer's table.
Indians pressure out in that front court. The back court, I guess we'll call it for Jerome, bothering their ball handlers quite a bit. Caused some turnovers here. See if we can get another one.
Here comes Elson up into the front court. He'll pause, give it back over as it comes back out to Elson again. Elson tries to penetrate on Hammonds, can't. So he gives it off to Whitby. Back out top as it comes to Lloyd. Back over to Elson, free throw line extended left, and he traveled.
He's having a tough night, that young man.
He's trying to do everything he can to keep his team competitive with the Indians. They're trying to play with them this time instead of take the air out of the ball like they did against them last year down at Jerome. They lob it inside to Hyde. Ty, little spin move down low, reverse layup is good. Wow, what a shot.
Nicely done. English off the glass.
Ty's got 11, and it's 32-6. 5 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Whitby pressured way outside by Hobson, bouncing down low as it goes to Capps along the baseline. They'll swing it back out. Elson for 3 from straight away is good. There we go. Elson makes his first 3 of the game. In fact, it's his first points of the game. Makes it 32-9. Hobson, free throw line extended left, back out top to Ward. Comes around the screen by Hyde, bounce it down, give and go to Ty as Hyde is fouled as he tried to roll to the basket. And I believe this is going to go on Elson on the switch. Yes, it is.
Yeah. Smaller Tiger defenders, just very little choice but to try to hack him, prevent a layup.
So Ty back to the free throw line. That one rolls in as well. So Ty's made 4 free throws so far tonight and has a dozen now in the game. Ty, who's had 10 or more points in all but 2 games this year. And he's over that already, as he's got a dozen here, or 13, 12 rather, make it here in the first half.
Ty off to a great start here.
34-9, 4.5 to play here in the first half. Elson with it right in front of the Preston bench. Look out, Ty switches on him. Elson pulls up from the free throw line. It's no good as it was short. Rebound comes off to Ward. Garrett pushes back up into the front court, gives it to Hobson. Right in front of the Jerome bench. Now they'll give it back out top to Ward again. Now back to Hobson on the left side. Now goes down in the left corner to Ward. Lob inside on the block to Ty. Ty tried to force it across to his cousin Cole Harris, but it was off a set of hands on the way to try to get to Cole and deflected out of bounds.
Good idea, good unselfish impulse there, but probably passing lane just not quite there.
They'll get it back into Hobson. Back to Hammonds on the right side, free throw line extended. Robertson still in the game as they go big inside with Robertson and Ty on the floor. Back to Hammonds in the right corner. That's knocked out of bounds, and those again stay with the Indians as we go under 4 minutes to play here in the first half. 3:48 left.
Yeah, the Indians don't often go that double post with Robertson and Hyden at the same time. See if they can get a basket inside with their 2 bigs.
Hammonds drives, laid up and in. Nice, and then he's fouled after the shot. Count the basket. Hammonds with 5. And the foul is going to go on Stockton Lott. That'll be his second. So here's Gabe at the line, doing something he hasn't done a whole lot of in the last few games, as that one rolls in to complete the 3-point play. That's only his 3rd free throw he's shot, including tonight, would be in his last 5 games combined.
Wow. Well, if he continues to take the ball aggressively to the hoop, he'll draw more fouls. And
the old adage, you don't foul the jump shooter. Yeah. And of course, Hammonds is so valuable from outside shooting threes. As there's kind of a wild shot, good defense. Whitby misses the shot as it comes to Dunn. Scott comes back on the floor, replacing Garrett Ward, so now he'll run the offense at the point. Hammonds with it over on the right side. Comes back out top to Robertson. To Hobson. Looks across, comes back to Dunn. 3-pointer from the top of the key. Good. Scotty's got 3 more here. That's his 3rd 3 of the game. And he's got 9 so far on the night. 40-9. A 31-point lead for the Indians. Whitby will back it back out. He'll go in the corner as it goes to Lott. Whitby cuts back across underneath him. Swing it back across to Lloyd. Over to Ortiz. Ortiz gets it back over as it comes again to Lott. Doesn't take the shot. Crossover dribble a couple of times. Now puts it back down in the corner. Back to Whitby. Whitby again will bring it back out of the corner. Back to Lloyd. Back against Robertson. Then again, they'll bring it back out again. Back to Cook. Back over to Lott. Lott comes back to Cook. Cook drives up over Ty. No good. As it was tapped but then saved on the floor by Robertson as he saved it to Ty. And he goes to Scott Dunn after the missed basket. Dunn back up into the front court as it goes to Hammonds. Back to Robertson. Hobson, 3 from the left side. Good. Cooper Hobson with his 2nd 3 of the game.
Great screen to free him up.
And another timeout called here by Jerome with 1:52 to play here in the first half. 43-9. We'll be right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome to West Motor Ford. We love happy customers. With multiple financing options, it's easy to drive your new vehicle home. We offer a full line of new Fords and a constantly changing pre-owned vehicle inventory. Our service department is top-notch with technicians trained for everything from routine maintenance to major repairs. With a large selection of parts and accessories, including tires, we've got you covered. So come in and let us turn up your happy meter. Visit West Motor Ford in Preston today.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Don't forget, as soon as we're done here from Preston Gym, we'll take you to Marsh Valley. That's where Westside is playing tonight, and have complete coverage of the Westside Marsh Valley game going on tonight.
It should be a good one. Pirates are playing really well right now. Marsh Valley, of course, a division bigger than them.
1:45 to play in the half. Jerome with the ball, comes back out top to the freshman Scott Cook. Cook looks down in the corner, almost traveled.
Yeah, boy.
Then they give it back to Angel Marrero into the game here for the first time. Marrero's a 6'3" senior who gives it back to Cook. Wants to drive, bounce it down inside. Nice pass to Lloyd. Tries to turn in the paint, can't, then goes left-handed over Robertson, no good, and Dunn has the rebound. He was kind of stuck. He had to do something with the ball before he called the 3-second violation on him.
Rhett was doing a great job of just standing straight up and making it hard to get a shot off.
Smaley back up into the front court. 1:05 to play. Reminds you to stay tuned for the Ralph's Construction halftime report coming up at halftime. Dunn from the left corner, another three.
Oh.
Needs a bounce, won't get it. Hammonds, nice rebound inside, put back and makes it, and he's fouled. Foul's going to go against Stockton Lott, his third.
Reached out and grabbed Gabe by the arm. Gabe somehow muscled that up and in.
Makes it 45-9, and Hammonds will go back to the free throw line to shoot one here, as his free throw is no good. 50 seconds to play in the half. Preston by 36 here before halftime. As a little runner in the lane by Marrero is no good. Smaley has the rebound with 37 seconds to play.
Probably just play for one here, yeah.
Just let the clock run. 30 seconds left. As they'll get it back to Smaley. They'll kind of spread the court here a little bit and just run the clock.
Yeah.
Last year when Jerome took the air out of the ball, I remember Smaley actually stood with nobody coming out to guard him and pressure him. He stood for 2 minutes and never moved and ran 2 minutes off the clock.
Wow.
Comes back to Smaley with 6, with 5. Hammonds for 3 from the corner. No. Tapped inside. That's the way the first half will end. Good half for the Indians. They put up 45 points as they give up only 3 points in the quarter, and they lead 45-9 as we go to the halftime break. Take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll talk about the first half after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It starts with the action on the court, moves to the crowd, is described by the broadcasters and transmitted to you wherever you are. The energy, passion, and excitement will make you shout out loud even if no one else is around. Go ahead. It starts right here on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield IMG College.
The Aggies get back on the floor Saturday night as the Colorado State Rams come to the Spectrum. The pregame show's at 7:30. The tip-off is at 8.
Utah State basketball on KACH.
Are you looking for a different kind of spot for lunch, dinner, or to do catering for your next event? Then try the Island Bowl Grill inside Poppin' Pins right here in Preston. At Island Bowl Grill, they have the best Hawaiian fare in the area. The combination of teriyaki and Korean influences can only be described in one way: mouth-watering. Offering 3 different catering options, Island Bowl Grill can host your next party in-house at Poppin' Pins Bowling Center. You can pick up for takeout, or they can come right to your house and prepare the food on site for your next party. What could be easier? Go to poppinpins.com for more information on Island Bowl Grill, or call 208-425-6128. Poppin' Pins Bowling Center, 411 South US Highway 91 in Preston.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-0810.
The halftime report is brought to you by Ralph's Construction. More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsized, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information. 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction. 435-232-1837.
KACH.
Well, quite a first half by the Indians here tonight as they put up 45 and allow only single digits as they lead 45-9 here at the halftime break.
Yeah, going into the game, you look at it and you think this is one the Indians should probably win, especially at home over a team that's towards the bottom of the standings in the district. But, as we referenced earlier, Jerome's been right in there with some good teams. In fact, I think they beat Wood River, if I remember seeing, a team that was up on us at halftime here at home. Mm-hmm. But, boy, it's been all Indians here in the first half. They've come out and put up their usual big number of points and really played suffocating defense that's turned the Tigers over a whole bunch.
And that's really coming out of the intensity they played with at Minico. They really carried that same intensity here into the first half of this game here tonight.
Right, and of course we're now almost turning the page to February, and you want to just keep building and building because we're coming right down the stretch. You have to like the fact that it looks like we're in good shape for a win tonight, which would give us a win over all 5 of the Western Pod teams in the Great Basin 10. And those games, when it comes to district seeding, as you know, count for 2 games each. So that essentially gives us what counts as 10 wins when it comes to district seeding. So really good to get 5 wins over all 5 of those West Pod teams.
After tonight, they'll have 5 games left in the regular season. The next game is a non-conference, non-league game when they travel to Hiram to take on Mountain Crest next week. And then they have 1 game each left against the teams in the Eastern Pod, Century, Minico, Burley, and Pocatello.
Yeah, and we'll have to go to Burley. We've already been at Century and won there. Of course, we'll have to go to Pocatello. So there's still some tough games left on that schedule. And, again, you want to, this time of year, stay healthy and just keep building. And you like the way the Indians have responded. They could have, because you mentioned they had come out flat after that tough Minico game, but they haven't done so tonight. They've looked good.
Exactly. 45-9, the halftime score. We'll take a timeout, come back, look at the stat sheet for the first half next.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Having your prescriptions refilled has never been easier. You can refill 24/7, set reminders, save medications, and access your account from the new My Community Pharmacy mobile app offered by Preston Drug. It's simple to use and it's simple to get. Log on to PrestonDrug.com and enter your mobile number. We'll send you the app. It's as simple as that. There are some things in life that have been made easier through technology. This is one of them. The app offered by Preston Drug is a quick and easy way to refill medications and promote a healthy lifestyle. Visit PrestonDrug.com.
We're not your ordinary grocery store at Stokes Market and True Value in Preston. We see every customer as a friend and a neighbor. Stokes Market and True Value offers a clean, bright, and modern store with the freshest meats, produce, and bakery. In many ways, we're still old-fashioned. We still bake from scratch, and our bakery items are made in store. You'll never see meat with an ingredient list because our meats are all natural and cut in store. Stop in today. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
KACH.
Well, let's look at the stats from the first half. First for the Jerome Tigers. Doesn't take long to add up only 9 points. Garrett Elson had a 3 in the first half for his only 3 points. Michael Lloyd had 2. Xander Whitby had 2. And Gavin Capps had 2. As we mentioned, they made the one free throw, one 3-pointer. That was by Garrett Elson. And Jerome did not shoot a free throw in the first half.
Yeah, the Preston Indians had a bit of a statistical oddity, Dan, in that first half. 13 field goal attempts, 13 three-point field goal attempts, and 13 free throw attempts in that first half. Talk about balanced scoring. I'm not sure that's what's meant, but the Indians go 8 for 13 on twos, 6 for 13 on threes, and 11 for 13 from the free throw line. Individually, Ty Hyde knocks down 1, 2, 3, 4 two-pointers and another 5 free throws. Luke Smaley gets a basket and 3 free throws. Scott Dunn with 3 threes. Garrett Ward played and didn't score. Cole Harris didn't score. Rhett Robertson got in and made a 2-pointer and 2 free throws. Gabe Hammonds goes for, 4, 7, 8 for Gabe, and Hobson came in and hit a couple threes for 6 points. The Indians, again, good balance. Ty off to a big start. You might expect a team that's a little undersized trying to guard him, but I've looked, of course, in the second half to see maybe some deeper bench guys get some minutes and get a chance to have some shine and run here on varsity.
So we'll take a timeout. We'll come back, and the third quarter is coming up just around the corner. We'll be right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome to West Motor Ford. We love happy customers. With multiple financing options, it's easy to drive your new vehicle home. We offer a full line of new Fords and a constantly changing pre-owned vehicle inventory. Our service department is top-notch with technicians trained for everything from routine maintenance to major repairs. With a large selection of parts and accessories, including tires, we've got you covered. So come in and let us turn up your happy meter. Visit West Motor Ford in Preston today.
In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock. Stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
As we get ready for quarter number 3, Preston leading 45-9. You looking for an escape out of the cold and snow? Well, we've got your tickets to NASCAR weekend in Las Vegas coming up February 20th to the 23rd. Brush up on your NASCAR trivia and be listening for your chance to call in, answer the question, and qualify for the drawing coming up, where you'll win tickets to all 5 NASCAR races at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, including Sunday's Pennzoil 400 presented by Jiffy Lube. Plus, you'll get special parking passes for all 4 days and tickets to the Neon Garage. Be listening weekdays through the end of the month for your chance to call in and get qualified. The drawing takes place on February 12th. Can't believe NASCAR season's almost here again.
Oh, yeah. So I guess on the change of possession, the Indians will inbounds here.
Preston will bring the ball in and start the second half. As down low comes to Harris, got it to Hyde. Ty lost it, but goes back up with it and puts it in. That game at Minico was one of the few games in the season, the last 15 games of the season, that Preston did not reach 70 points. They only had 69. They won the game 69-66. Elson gives it back, swing it over on the right side again, back to Whitby. Get it inside the elbow. Lloyd, turnaround jumper is good. Lloyd picks up the shot, his 4th point of the game. As Smaley up into the front court, comes to Dunn on the angle right, back in the corner now, it goes to Smaley. Looks to skip it across, in and out of the hands of Harris. Picked up, headmans it up to Whitby. Whitby had it, lost it, but he was fouled by Dunn before he could get the shot. Foul will be on the floor, and it's going to go against Scott. That'll be his first.
Scott with the flyby, the overhead flyby, but they nicked him with the foul on the flight.
The ball belongs to the Tigers underneath the bucket. Elson swinging over in the corner. Cook has it. 3-pointer from there is a little too long, and the rebound is off to Smaley. Luke will walk it back up into the front court. Goes to Dunn, swing it in the corner to Harris. Back out top to Dunn. Back over on the far side again to Smaley. Dunn, Hyde has it at the left elbow. Back to Dunn. Ward has it in the corner. Now back to Hyde again. Good ball movement by the Indians, and it gets Ty a layup.
Exactly. Good patience inside and out. Finding the seam in the defense.
Now 49-11, 6.5 to play here in quarter number 3. How dominant was Preston there in the second quarter? They outscored them by a score of 23-3 in the quarter. As down low, put up there by Lloyd, no good. Harris has the rebound, pushes it quickly up into the front court as it goes to Ward. Dunn has it from the right corner 3, no good. Long rebound comes out to Smaley, able to jerk it down out of the air in front of Whitby.
Scotty, good open look on that one, just didn't fall.
Back to Smaley in the right corner again. Wanted to skip it across, try to get it to Ward. Instead gives it to Dunn, now gets it back. Hyde comes up to the free throw line, but soft pass is intercepted, however, as it goes there to Whitby. Whitby's little runner is good. Xander Whitby with his 3rd and 4th points of the game. Makes it 49-13, Preston on top. Dunn and Smaley play catch with it. Now the skip pass comes over to Ward. Free throw line extended left. Harris down on the baseline. Kick it back out to Dunn. Scotty wants to drive. He's got a layup high off the glass. He's fouled. And now he'll go to the free throw line and try a couple from there.
Good strong drive down the right side there.
Garrett Elson will draw the foul. That'll be his 2nd. And Scott Dunn now goes to the free throw line to shoot a couple. And the first one by Scott is good. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Stokes Market True Value, the big city market with small town friendliness. Stokes Market True Value on State Street here in Preston. Scott now with 10 in the game as he reaches double figures again and makes the 2nd as well. Gives him 11 on the night. He's averaging 16 a game.
Yeah, so the average well up from last year. Yep.
Between he and Ty, they're averaging right at about 32 points between them a night. As that shot is no good. Whoa, look out. Dunn almost got pulled down from behind, but he gets the rebound anyway. As he accidentally clipped there a little bit by Lloyd going up for the rebound. Scotty has it. Goes in the corner. Smaley for 3. Good.
Jerome content to stay in that zone, and Preston shooting him out of it.
54-13 after the 3 by Smaley. Cook drives, kicks it back out as it comes to Caps. Caps from the left elbow, jumper's good. They're going to be better, they're just young.
Yeah, yep, young this year, starting freshmen and sophomores.
Harris, free throw line jumper is good from 15. Cole's got his first 2 points of the game. He averages 7 points on the night. As we're going to get a whole bunch of new people into the game here momentarily. As Elson dribbled it off his foot. Nice save as he gets it over to Whitby. His Whitby shot is no good, and the rebound's off to the Indians as Harris tapped it to Smaley. We go under 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 3. 56-15, Indians on top. As bounce it down low, back to Hyde, put it up and in again.
Great job, Ty, but just keeping it high. Don't bring it down where the guards can get it.
Timeout called by Preston. They want to get the subs into the game, so we'll sneak the timeout here as well. We'll be right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
KACH. KACH.
Jerome has the ball after the timeout. Up into the front court as Lloyd tries the 3. That's no good. Tapped as Hobson tried to save it on the floor but couldn't as he bounced the ball on the baseline. So it goes back over to Jerome with 3:25 to play.
Seems like each game that Hobson's been back, he just moves a little better, a little more fluidly.
As little jumper inside by Lloyd's, no good. As the rebound is blocked by Harris on the shot by Caps. Caps gets it back, tries to put it back up again. Now comes back over to Lloyd again, and he's fouled.
Yeah, couldn't come up with a rebound, but some nice defensive play by the Indians.
Foul will go on Rhett Robertson. That'll be his first. As Lloyd will go to the free throw line. And believe it or not, these are the first 2 free throws of the night for the Tigers.
Wow.
First one is good as he rolls it in. 58-16.
Yeah, Lloyd just a sophomore. Another one of Jerome's young players. Will be better next year.
So Preston by 42. As Lloyd makes the second. Hobson. And Ward Hobson has traveled trying to beat the press.
Yeah, he got trapped down there in the corner. Got a little rush. They sped him up.
So it's Robertson, Harris, Hobson, Hammonds, and Ward on the floor here for the Indians. As you get the main players off the floor, as all 4 of the 5 starters are sitting on the bench here. The only one left out there is Cole Harris. Here's a 3-pointer put up by the freshman Cook. That's no good. Harris has the rebound. Gives it to Ward. Get it up in the front court to Hobson. Back to Ward. Garrett wanted to back it out. Now it comes back over on the right side again to Hobson. Back to Ward. As Coach Jones paces the sideline, trying to bark out instructions as he goes. They hand it to Hobson as Cooper drives, and he'll be fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. You talk about not fouling the jump shooter, as that's on Gavin Capps. That'll be his third. And this is third game back. Cooper Hobson now will go to the free throw line and shoot his first 3 free throws of the year.
Yeah, Cooper, an excellent free throw shooter. We saw that last year. Knocks that first one down.
As Cooper now with 7 in the game. Makes them both. And he has 8 now on the night. That's 1 shy of what is his high point game so far on the year, where he had 9 against Burley on 3 threes that night. Comes back out to Whitby. Over in front of the bench, Wallace back into the game. Cross-court pass back to Whitby. His 3 is short. Rebound to Ortiz. They'll kick it back out. Back to Wallace again. Back out top. A long 3 put up by Cook. Needs a bounce up high. Won't get it. Robertson has the rebound. Gives it to Hobson, who gets it up to the timeline. He'll give it to Ward, and they'll slow it down again. 2 minutes to play here in quarter number 3. Robertson.
Good move, Rhett.
Good move. Gets a little bang there. Goes up, puts it in, and it'll count. Drew the contact and got the foul. The foul's on Capps, and that's his 4th. Robertson ties his season high with his 6th point of the game. And now we'll go to the free throw line to try to complete the 3-point play.
Yeah. He usually doesn't turn and drive like that, and completes the 3-point play. Nice job.
3 for 3 from the line tonight. He has 7. Tonight's game brought to you by West Motors with Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks, all available right here in the city of Preston. Cook gives it off. Wallace over in the corner to Ortiz. They drop it down on the block to Capps. Capps turns, can't get a shot. It goes back to Ortiz again. Back out top, it comes back to Cook. 1:30 to play here in the quarter number 3. Driving, little runner by Cook, that's no good. Robertson up high to snatch the rebound out of the air. Gives it off to Ward. He'll walk it back up into the front court. 1:20 to play as he gives it to Hobson. Back out top, it comes to Harris. Hammonds. Free throw line extended left, back to Garrett Ward, right in front of the parents. As he goes to Hobson off the glass, that's no good. Tapped by Robertson, but controlled by the Tigers. Up in the front court, it comes to Ortiz. Taken away by Harris, but he got him on the way by.
It looked like a pretty defensive play.
He knocked the ball away cleanly, but then he got him with the body, trying to turn to not run into him.
Yeah.
So it goes out of bounds, and Jerome Wallace will bring it in from underneath their own basket. Comes in, Marino, 3-pointer from the corner is no good. In fact, it's an air ball, and Harris has the rebound. Less than a minute to play now here in quarter number 3. Ward walks it up into the front court. Harris, right elbow, comes down the lane and kicked it off to Robertson off his foot. And it's going to go out of bounds to Jerome.
Yeah, that's the old can't throw the post pass on the shoelaces of the big man. Got to get it up higher.
Dylan Farnsworth into the game here for the first time for Jerome as he comes in with 47 seconds left here in quarter number 3. As Cook brings it back across the timeline. Marino, left side, back to Cook, and Cook traveled. Didn't know what he did, but he shuffled his feet before he put the ball on the floor for the first time. As Elson will come back in, and Cook will come to the bench.
Yeah, Cook's a steady player, especially for a freshman. But it's hard at 5'7" when you have a 6'2" guard you.
So 30 seconds to play in the quarter. Preston will work for the last shot. 63-17 they lead. Garrett wants to drive, then pulls it back out. Intercepted by Elson. Elson's got an easy layup and makes the point. Now he has 5 in the game. Makes it 63-19. Jerome with their biggest quarter of the night. They have 10 here in this quarter. In fact, they almost threw it away again.
Right.
Elson almost got his hands on it. It comes to Hammonds. Hammonds recovers, goes and lays it in. At the buzzer, as it'll be 65-19 as we're done with 3. We'll go to the fourth. The fourth quarter brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. It is coming up next.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
If you feel like your bank works against you, we invite you to move your accounts to Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. We work for you, not against you. Serving Southeast Idaho for over 65 years, we offer totally free checking with cash back rewards, 0 fees, credit cards, low auto loan rates, and excellent customer service. Visit today, 311 South Highway 91, Preston. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
The fourth quarter of tonight's game is brought to you by Webb Funeral Home.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
KACH.
Well, we start the fourth quarter. As the ball belongs to the Tigers, they trail Preston 65-19. As foul inside on the drive, as Moreno was fouled. They're going to count that on the shot. As foul's going to go against Rhett Robertson. We got a whole bunch of new people on the floor here.
Yeah, some of our starting 5 from the JV. Braden Hess out there, number 15. Tate Priestley, 21. Steve Roberts, 22. And Benson Palmer, who's 20, I believe.
Yes. So basically, they've emptied the bench here to play the fourth quarter. It will be in a running clock situation with the lopsided game here, and the missed free throw, as Marino missed them both. Ball stays with Jerome as it was knocked out of bounds on the rebound. Get it inside. Look out! Elson goes down hard. He tripped over the foot of Robertson. I hope they're going to call it on Palmer instead. That's 5 team fouls against the Indians here, as they try to get it in. Priestley knocks it out of midair and hits it back out of bounds.
Priestley long at 6'4", and will probably be competing for the Idaho High Jump Championship come track season. Priestley, a great athlete.
No kidding. As that comes there to to Ortiz. His little jumper from along the baseline is no good. So here comes Preston, their first offensive possession here of quarter number 3, as it's off to Roberts. Bounce it out top to Robertson, down low. Nice pass as it goes to Hess, as Braden makes the bucket, his first 2 points of the game. Just about what he's averaging when he does get into the game, 2 points a night. Elson drives, runs into Hess, and he's fouled by Hess. And he'll go back to the free throw line.
Hess might have been better served just to stand straight up that time rather than going for the block.
Here is Garrett Elson to shoot 2 here. As the first one is good.
Or did it roll? I think it rolled out.
Did it roll out? Okay. Yeah. Second one is no good as well, as the rebound comes off to Priestley. Has his first varsity rebound. They give it off to Palmer. Walks it up into the front court. Comes to Roberts. Swing it back around as the pass was deflected by Ortiz, but it makes it its intended target as it makes its way to Palmer. Palmer back to Roberts. Back out top to Hess. As breaking one way and then going back the other was Priestley. And Tate Priestley was one of those, oops, I used to be there, but I'm not there anymore.
Yeah, just need a little more patience from Hess on that before you pull the trigger on the pass.
Bounce it down low as it comes to Farnsworth. Gets it back in the corner to Ortiz. Drives, pull-up jumper from about 8 feet is no good. Long rebound comes off to Rhett Robertson. In the backcourt, Palmer gets it back across the midcourt stripe. Preston big, this one long since decided. As the handoff comes to Roberts all the way, pushed, foul, count the bucket. Nice play by Stevie Roberts. And now he'll go to the free throw line, try to complete the three-point play as Preston leading by 50, 69-19. Free throw, no good. So we're going to have a lane violation. And they're going to get.
What? No, he made the basket.
Yeah, he made the basket.
Must have been a lane violation, or that's the wrong call.
Yeah, as Jerome goes with the old hockey-style line change, is 5 in and 5 out.
Looks like essentially they're starting 5 back in.
Pretty much, with the exception of Gavin Capps, who will play the center spot. And now he'll try one more. I'm not sure why they gave him.
Yeah.
Why they gave him 2 shots. But Roberts able to complete the three-point play. 70-19. Preston on their way to, just off the top of my head, I think I'm fairly safe in saying what will be their biggest, most lopsided win of the year.
Right.
As Cook gives it off. Lloyd for 3. Michael Lloyd's shot is no good. Hess has the rebound there. He'll give it back to Palmer. He'll walk the ball across the timeline with 3 minutes to go here in the contest. Priestley. Hammonds, top of the key. Doesn't take the shot. He'll back it back off. Back over here. Now back top. Priestley swings it back over into Hammond's hands in the left corner. Bounce pass inside to Roberts. That's taken away. And Michael Lloyd ends up with it for the Tigers. Lloyd coming all the way to the hoop. Lay it up. Missed it, but he's fouled.
Somebody's got to stop ball. First job is stop the ball.
Foul's going to go on Priestley. That'll be his first. And going back to the line, free throw line is Michael Lloyd. Free throw is good. Fourth quarter tonight's game brought to you by Webb Funeral Home here in Preston. In your time of need, you need professionals with true compassion. Webb Funeral Home, just off Highway 91 at the south end of Preston, as Lloyd misses both. And then a foul on the rebound is going to go against Stockton Lott. It'll be his 4th. So 1:50 to play. Preston leading 70-20. Priestley has it poked away momentarily, able to get it back. Welcome to the varsity, son. It's not as easy at this level, is it?
Yeah, you got to be strong with that ball.
Hammonds, free throw line extended left. Back out top to Priestley. Tries to clear the way, and then he is fouled as he gets held by Xander Whitby. That'll be his 3rd foul. That's 6 now on the Tigers. So the ball out of bounds here for the Indians. But with only 1:13 left in the running clock here in the 4th quarter, Preston would shoot 1-1 if they get another opportunity. Bad pass taken away. Here comes Cook. Spin move. Put it up. No good. Tap stays loose as it comes to Lott over in the right corner. Bounce it down low to Capps. He turns on the block and goes up, and he is fouled. Foul will be on Braden Hess, his 2nd, as we go inside a minute as the clock continues to run. As Capps will go to the free throw line for the first time tonight. He has 4 in the game, and the first one's no good.
By the time he shoots these free throws, it'll be about it.
As officials take a little extra moment before they give him the ball back. Caps the second free throw, bounces around a couple times, no good. Tapped back out, tapped again by Roberts, taps it out of bounds. It'll stay with Jerome. 15 seconds left on the running clock as it's running here. They quickly try to get it back in bounds with 10. Comes back to Cook, comes around the screen, tries to lay it off. Good hands there by Palmer, keeps it on the floor. However, Cook's three at the buzzer is good. Scott Cook hits a 3 at the buzzer and makes the final score 70-23. So Preston wins it big. We'll come back, have the post-game show for you, have a chance to also talk to Coach Jones. That's all coming up right after this. Tonight's game has been brought to you by West Motors, with Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks all available right here in Preston. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll find in all of the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value, the big city market with small town friendliness. By Ralph's Construction, building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community in Preston. By Webb Funeral Home, just off Highway 91 at the south end of Preston. By Hawaiian Bowl Grill inside Poppin' Pins Bowling Center. Come try the best Hawaiian food right here in Preston. By Naylor Insurance, for life, home, and auto insurance from Mutual of Enumclaw on State Street in Preston. By Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. By Idaho Salvage, where you can turn your scrap metals into cash. By Preston Auto Parts CarQuest on State Street in downtown Preston. By Valley Implement. By S&T Electric. And by MyLocalRadio.com. Now, stay tuned for the postgame show, coming right up.
It starts with the action on the court, moves to the crowd, is described by the broadcasters and transmitted to you wherever you are. The energy, passion, and excitement will make you shout out loud even if no one else is around. Go ahead. It starts right here on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield IMG College.
The Aggies get back on the floor Saturday night as the Colorado State Rams come to the Spectrum. The pregame show's at 7:30. The tip-off is at 8.
Utah State basketball on KACH.
January is Learn to Ski or Snowboard Month. Come join our Learn to Turn classes levels 1 through 3 at Beaver Mountain. Learn to Turn is for first-time beginners ages 7 and up for skiing, 9 and up for snowboarding, and is offered daily at 10 a.m. and at 1 p.m. on weekends and holidays. Registration is $70 and includes a 2-hour lesson, your ski or snowboard rental, and a Little Beaver lift ticket for the day. Call Beaver Mountain at 753-0921 or go to our website, skithebeav.com, for more information.
When it comes to major surgery, think small. Small town, that is. At Franklin County Medical Center, the surgical capabilities are anything but small. Partnered with the top surgeons and specialists in the region to provide advanced care to those living in southeastern Idaho. Whether it's cataract surgery, women's surgery, gallbladder removal, trauma, even a full hip or knee replacement, they have you covered. And now, they're among the few hospitals in southeastern Idaho able to remove kidney stones. See just how big the surgical capabilities really are. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield.
This is the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap tonight's game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at other games from around the area on the Ron Keller Tires scoreboard. Welcome back here to the postgame show tonight as the Preston Indians come up with their most lopsided win of the year, a 47-point victory as they beat the Jerome Tigers tonight 70-23.
Yeah, of course, it doesn't count anymore in the standings when you win that far, but what you want to do is play to your potential and try to build momentum, and I think the Indians have to be happy with that effort tonight, and as we get deeper into the season, you start to kind of look around the state and see what other teams are doing. We talked about the other night, putting 93 up on the board will raise some eyebrows. Winning by about 50 might raise a few eyebrows around the state too, and folks will say, boy, Preston's tough again this year. They knew it already, but we're proving it down here the stretch here.
Well, they win their 15th game of the year. They're now 15-1, which ties them again for the most wins in the state, talking about people noticing around the state as they win their 15th of the year, as they do it in fairly handling session here tonight as well. And we talked about it at halftime. They were very consistent on their free throws, on their three-point opportunities, and just their straight-up field goal opportunities tonight as well.
Yeah, good balance inside and out. Prevented Jerome from really getting anything going on offense at any point during the game. Used our size to advantage with Hyde, and even Robertson had a really nice game when he was in there. And so a lot of good things for the Indians tonight to take away from it. But if you're Jerome, this is one you just burn the tape, so to speak, and say, let's just go get the next one, fellas.
As good as the defense was for Preston tonight, Jerome didn't shoot a free throw until the midway point of quarter number 3.
Yeah, and that's a reflection of a couple things usually, not just the refereeing, but how aggressively you go to the hoop, how much you get it inside, and those sorts of things. And so good defense without fouling by Preston tonight. Nobody in foul trouble on Preston tonight, of course, with those free throw totals. So Preston has to be pleased with that. And then as you talked about, we continue to bring along, Cooper Hobson, who continues to come back. He got some good minutes tonight and was able to just keep working back into the rotation.
So Preston wins it tonight 70-23. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and we'll look at these stats as we wait for Coach Jones to come out and join us here courtside rather. We'll do all that right after this timeout.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome to West Motor Ford. We love happy customers. With multiple financing options, it's easy to drive your new vehicle home. We offer a full line of new Fords and a constantly changing pre-owned vehicle inventory. Our service department is top-notch with technicians trained for everything from routine maintenance to major repairs. With a large selection of parts and accessories, including tires, we've got you covered. So come in and let us turn up your happy meter. Visit West Motor Ford in Preston today.
In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock, stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, the Indians pick up a big win here tonight. They win by 47, 70-23, the final here this evening. We'll take a look at the stats here for the Jerome Tigers, as several guys in foul trouble and not very many guys scored points. In fact, their leading scorer tonight was the sophomore Michael Lloyd, who finished the game with 6. Garrett Elson had 5. Scott Cook nailed a three-pointer right at the buzzer for his only 3 points of the game. And Xander Whitby had a total of 4. And Gavin Capps, the other sophomore, also had a total of 4 in the game, as Jerome is now 3-12 on the year, 1-7 in conference play. What happened? Let's talk about the Preston Indians and what they did offensively tonight.
Yeah, Ty Hyde goes 6 for 8 from the field. No three-point attempts for Ty. 5 for 5 from the line. I've got Ty with 17. Luke Smaley goes 1 for 2 on twos, 1 for 2 on threes, 3 for 4 from the line for 8 points. Scott Dunn 0 for 2 on twos, 3 for 7 on threes, and 2 for 2 from the line for 11. Garrett Ward played and didn't score. Took a couple three-pointers that wouldn't go down. Cole Harris went 1 for 1 from the field for 2 points. Rhett Robertson 2 for 3 from the field and 3 for 3 from the line for 7. Gabe Hammonds in double figures tonight with 11 for the Indians. 3 for 3 on twos, 1 for 2 on three-point field goals, and 1 for 2 from the line. Braden Hess played in the fourth quarter, scored a bucket for 2. Steve Roberts played in the fourth quarter. He goes 1 for 1 from the field and followed up with 1 for 1 from the line on that three-point play for 3 points. Benson Palmer played and did not score. Cooper Hobson with 8 tonight. He goes 0 for 1 on twos. He hits a couple of three-pointers and 2 free throws for 8 points. And Tate Priestley played tonight. Didn't score, but got in the books with a rebound at least. So the Indians, for the game, Dan, go 15 for 22 on 2-point field goals. Again, excellent percentage there. 7 for 15 on threes, which again is really quite good. And 17 for 19 on free throws is what I have the Indians. So once again, Indians really hitting those freebies that will just be more and more critical as the season gets deeper and deeper.
Absolutely. Reminder for you to be listening between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. all of next week for your chance to win a daily pass to the Brand X Western Hunting and Conservation Expo going on down in Salt Lake City between February 13th and the 18th. Listen for your chance to win on 105.5 FM and AM 1340 KACH. Take a time out. We'll come back, get some final thoughts, and see if Coach Jones will be able to come out and join us here on the postgame show. We'll do all that as we continue right after this timeout.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
In Franklin County, they know it's what's on the inside that really matters. That's why they offer advanced radiology and imaging using the latest in technology, performing x-rays, CAT scans, MRIs, nuclear testing, ultrasounds, mammography, and much more, right in Preston, Idaho. With short wait times and a highly skilled staff available around the clock, they'll help you reach a diagnosis quicker. Make sure your doctor knows you want to save time and money, closer to home. Let them be the next to take your picture. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence meet.
The Limbic Arc may help you or someone you know be more calm. It's simple to use. Find out more by logging on to mylocalradio.com and clicking on the Limbic Arc logo. Check it out now. Visit mylocalradio.com and click on any Limbic Arc logo.
Advertise your open positions on the radio. You'll be amazed how quickly you see a response. You'll reach more people for less. The Job Stop includes radio and internet advertising. Call us for more info. We're a local company with a toll-free number, 833-856-9625. That's 833-856-9625.
KACH.
Well, welcome back here to the postgame show. Big win here for the Indians tonight. While we're waiting for Coach Jones to get a couple of final thoughts out of you, Lloyd, and the way the game went tonight, or Lyle, I should say.
Yeah, there's that good classic rock song, Taking Care of Business. The Indians were taking care of business tonight. Did what they needed to do and came out and played well, held Jerome down, and never really let them get in the game and get confidence that, hey, maybe we can pull off a big upset on the home floor of the Indians here. So good job. You just start looking forward now to the next one. And you mentioned, Dan, Mountain Crest will be an out-of-league game, out-of-state game for that matter. But then you're right back in it, and you have to just go hard and get ready to try to protect your number one seed for the district tournament.
Yeah, so it's things are obviously looking good for the district tournament, the way Preston is playing, as they improve their record now to 15-1 on the year so far with the win here tonight. After Mountain Crest, you talked about it, and they have one game left against each of the other four teams in the Eastern Pod, as they have one on the road and three here, or 2-2, I should say.
Yeah, and we'll of course get a rematch with Minico, but here at our home floor, and have to go to Burley. We'll have to go to Pokey since we had them here at home, and then Century will come here. So, but there aren't any really bad teams here in this Eastern Pod, so you can't have an off night and just expect to coast to a win. The Indians have to keep building, and you mentioned in the pregame, Dan, or as we were talking anyways off the air, maybe that Brecker Knapp is hopefully cleared and will start maybe working his way back into the lineup and give the Indians some additional depth there off the bench.
Yeah, if you didn't hear earlier in the game, Brecker was cleared by the doctors today. He's out of his walking shoe and walking boot for that stress fracture in his right foot. He'll start to run again a little bit and start to shoot and he'll be cleared for contact in about 10 days, and that'll allow him to get back on the floor and back into the games as just about the time we'll be ready to go to the conference tournament.
Yeah, Brecker, just a sophomore, but before he got hurt, he was in the rotation on varsity giving good minutes, and so they'll be glad to have him back.
Well, it looks like Coach Jones is hung up, so we'll just go ahead and we'll wrap things up here tonight without him, and we'll thank you, Lyle Fuller, for joining us here on the broadcast tonight. We'll see you again next time.
Thank you, Dan. Good to be with you.
The next game for the Preston Indians comes up, as we mentioned, Wednesday night, as they'll travel to Hiram to take on the Mountain Crest Mustangs down there. Our coverage gets underway at 6:45. That's a 7 p.m. tip-off from Mountain Crest. You can catch that game live on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH. Our next broadcast will be a girls' game as the Lady Indians, who are in action tonight down in Pocatello, come home for their final 2 home games of the regular season. Those 2 games open when they host the Minico Lady Spartans here coming up next Tuesday night. You can catch that game on mylocalradio.com only, as Utah State will be playing that night as well, as they'll be at Wyoming. We invite you to stay tuned. Coming up after a short break, we'll take you to the Westside Marsh Valley game, a full complete broadcast of their contest tonight over at Marsh Valley, as that'll bring our game to a close here this evening, as the executive producer of Preston Broadcasting Sports is Val Cook. Our studio coordinator tonight has been John Beverly. Special thanks to Zach Fuller for running the camera for us tonight. As we remind you of the final scores, we thank you for listening as Preston wins it by the final score of 70-23. For Lyle Fuller, I'm Dan Hubbard. Until next time, we say goodnight from here at Preston High School.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting LLC and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting LLC.